Hi there, fellow travelers! Here's our guide on using the EURAIL Pass in Switzerland. Our experiences during our travel, including riding the panoramic trains of the Glacier Express and Bernina Express, and the pros and cons of using the EURAIL Pass in Switzerland. Let's get started. What's the EURAIL Pass? First, let's discuss what's the EURAIL Pass in case you aren't familiar with it. The EURAIL Pass is a train pass that allows unlimited travel across 33 European countries using a single ticket only. It offers flexible travel on both high-speed and regional trains, making it ideal for exploring Europe conveniently and cost-effective. By the way, if you're a European resident, then you will be getting the INTERRAIL Pass, which is basically the EURAIL Pass for EU residents. Click here for more detailed guide on what's the EURAIL Pass and its benefits are. The pros and cons of using the EURAIL Pass in Switzerland. If you're traveling across several countries in Europe alongside Switzerland, getting the EURAIL Pass is very cost-effective, as it saves you the hassle of getting multiple tickets and passes across several countries. For example, during our recent trip in Germany, Switzerland, and Italy, we only needed the EURAIL Pass to cover our travel between countries, including travel within Switzerland itself. We didn't need to purchase additional tickets when we crossed the border between Germany into Switzerland and from Switzerland going to Italy. But if you're only traveling within Switzerland, several other passes offer better value, like the Swiss Travel Pass, as it covers more transportation within Switzerland, like buses and boats, while the EURAIL Pass doesn't. Using the EURAIL Pass within Switzerland. It's seamless and hassle-free, unlike other countries in the EU where you need to scan or tap your ticket to enter the train station. In Switzerland, for almost all high-speed and regional trains, you just need to show your QR code generated by the EURAIL app to the train conductor. Some local trains are also included in Switzerland, like the Lauterbrunnen to Wengen yellow and green train, though up until Wengen only. You can check out the Rail Planner app if you're unsure, or ask the information center on train stations. While the EURAIL Pass doesn't cover transportation going up the mountains, like funiculars or mountain trains, some do offer discounts for valid EURAIL Pass holders, like the Harder-Kulm funicular in Interlaken. Another noteworthy benefit of the EURAIL Pass in Switzerland is the free BLS boat ride in both Lake Thun and Lake Brienz in Interlaken. So don't miss out on this one if you have a valid EURAIL Pass active for that day. EURAIL Pass validity for Panoramic Express trains. Yes! The EURAIL Pass is valid for Panoramic Express trains like the Glacier Express and the famous Bernina Express. You just need to purchase a reservation in advance, as most of the famous Panoramic Express trains, especially the Bernina Express, get sold out way ahead in advance. When booking a reservation in the websites, make sure to select seat reservation only and indicate that you are a EURAIL Pass holder, so you purchase only the seat reservations. On the trains, just show your EURAIL Pass QR code to the train conductor, and that's how seamless it is. Check out the EURAIL Pass website for more information about the particular Panoramic Express trains you're going to ride on. For example, the Gotthard Panorama Express Lucerne to Fluelen ferry only offers 50% discount for the boat trip part of the route, While the Bernina Express optional bus between Tirano and Lugano, price ranges from 10 Swiss francs to 16 Swiss francs depending on the season. Of course, you can also do the same express train routes riding regular regional trains without additional costs using the EURAIL Pass only. Personally for me, the Bernina Express train is truly worth it as it has one of the most scenic train rides that we experience here in Switzerland. Seat reservations in Switzerland. Are seat reservations required in Switzerland, especially on high-speed SBB trains? No, it's not required. Unlike other countries' high-speed trains like the Eurostar and TGV, high-speed and regional trains in Switzerland don't require reservations. You can, however, reserve a seat if you like. Though, in our experience, most trains in Switzerland are empty, so it's not necessary to reserve seats. Though on summer, which is the peak season of travel in Switzerland, you might want to consider if you're in second class, as it does get full on some busy routes, like our train ride from Zurich to Interlaken. First class are mostly empty though, so if you're on first class, you don't need to reserve seats.
So first class trains here, as you can see, maluwag.
As mentioned in the previous chapter, panoramic trains require seat reservation, while most mountain trains and funiculars don't accept reservations at all. I highly recommend booking way in advance for both Glacier Express and Bernina Express, as the seats do get reserved way ahead of time, especially during summer. I would say if you're planning to book the Panoramic Express trains, book at least a month in advance so you can pick the best seats. First class EURAIL Pass holders get wider and more spacious seats, but you do have an option to book second class if the date you're choosing is fully booked for first class. Our Bernina Express train ride was in second class, although we're first class EURAIL Pass holders. We're unable to book seats on the first class wagons as it's fully booked out for the day we travel. While the second class seats were less spacious, it wasn't that much less, and we had our seat section only for us, so it was a good downgrade, if you can call it that.
So we're here for our Bernina Express leg, which is from St. Moritz to Tirano in Italia. And as you can see, we're too early. That's why it's empty. So better be early if you have a lot of luggages, because all of this will get will get full when all the seats gets occupied here, because these are reserved seats.
Traveling with kids, luggages, and other noteworthy stuff. While not EURAIL Pass specific, these are mostly Switzerland train related that I would like to share. First is traveling with kids, and EURAIL Pass offers a free EURAIL Child Pass for kids 11 and below. Though in Switzerland, kids ages 6 and below are free to travel, so if you have a toddler like us, you can skip getting a child pass. On some high-speed SBB trains, there's also a family coach, which is usually found at the start or end of trains. There's a small indoor playground that small kids can enjoy. Check out our Nyanya playing around with several other kids on board the family coach during our trip from Zurich to Interlaken.
So tips for parents na traveling in Switzerland, there are high-speed trains. It has a playground, mini playground for kids. So it's usually in the first or last wagon. So you better check the website or your schedule of the trains and see where are the child oriented wagons, the kids playground here, as you can see.
Check out the wagons that have a teddy bear icon, and the play area is usually at the upper deck. Regarding luggages, there are plenty of luggage racks at the end of each wagon for high-speed and regional trains. But be aware though that it's on a first come, first served basis. So on some occasions, you might need to put your luggage at another wagon. Panoramic express trains have larger sections for luggages. Though if you're one of the last people to board the trains, you might have problem with luggage racks, so better arrive early to secure your luggages. In our experience, we had a full luggage rack at our Glacier Express train, while we had a lot of space on our Bernina Express train. Lastly, since the EURAIL Pass doesn't cover travel on trams, buses, and other local transportation in Switzerland, a good supplement to the EURAIL Pass is the Swiss half-fare card, which gives discount up to 50% on journeys by train, buses, boat, and on most mountain lifts or railways, gondola lifts, and panoramic routes in Switzerland. There are several other passes too that you can consider, like the Bernese Oberland Pass, that gives you almost full access to transportation in the region, and discounts to several mountain transportation. Hopefully, this helps fellow travelers that have a EURAIL or INTERRAIL Pass make the most of your travel in the beautiful country of Switzerland. In case I missed anything, or if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below so I can answer your questions. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe for more travel guides and tips in Switzerland and beyond. Safe travels!